am Haven Kears. I am soon to be, I just got tenure, associate professor in the landscape architecture program of the human ecology department here at UC Davis. And I started the Sheepmowers program. This is our 4th grazing season, so about 3 years ago, and started it when I had learned about sheep mowing lawns in Europe and thinking that that was about the coolest thing ever, and that it was the perfect thing to bring here to UC Davis because we're an Aggie school, we already had sheep, and that it was just this incredible way to focus on landscapes that did more than one thing. So really one of the big issues with this that we're talking about is multifunctional landscapes, and how can we create spaces that do primarily 5 different things. So we call it the Nature Heals program, where HEALS stands for health, engagement, aesthetics, labor, and sustainability. And our goal is to focus on all 5 of those. So looking within the health aspect, we have been able to show that students are less stressed and anxious when they come and watch the sheep, and that it's a great way to relax. Actually, right now as I'm speaking, it's the first day of finals, and so we're hoping that people will come and hang out, watch the sheep, and relax a little bit.
I came out here today just because I was riding by. I saw it on the Instagram, and I love the sheep. They always make me so happy. I wish I could touch them, but they're just the highlight of my day. I love seeing them. Even when I just ride by and I don't know they're here, it just puts a smile on my face.
I definitely think it's really nice to have the sheep out here for students to watch. Like, I always love watching animals. They're so silly, they're so goofy. They kind of just do things, and it's really funny to watch sometimes, or just, you know, sometimes they're just sitting there and you're just sitting there and you're having like this whole moment of just sitting with the sheep, and it's great.
The other aspect is engagement, and so we really try and focus on how can we bring in the community to this. So for example, today we have felting. We're using sheep mowers roving to be able to do the felting, and bring people in for watercoloring with the sheep, felting with the sheep, grad photos with the sheep at this time of year. Then the third aspect is aesthetics. Because I'm a landscape architect, I do want things to look pretty, but really I'm thinking about that at a larger aspect, where really aesthetics is more about like creating sort of this pastoral landscape and creating an identity for UC Davis. We're already like an Aggie school, that's like our identity, and so of course we're using sheep to mow our lawns. It's part of it. And really creating a space that people, when they bike by or see it, are just like, oh yeah, that's so UC Davis, and making them feel attached to it. Within the landscape or the labor aspect of it, it's looking at different practices for landscape management and focusing on the fact that landscapes do need to be maintained and managed, and that this is a really fun and cool way to do it. And then finally, the sustainability. And so we have research. I have right now 30 interns. We're looking at the soil and studying that to see if it's actually getting improved because of sheep poop, and like the compaction. They're less compact than the mowers. We've had sheep versus lawnmower competitions. We're also looking at, can we bring in better plants and reduce carbon emissions, and use something a resource that we already have on campus to bring things together.
I think it's obviously like a waste of gas if you use a lawnmower. These sheep can do it themselves. They get, have a lot more fun.
Like, my family's actually rented goats to mow our lawn, which is really funny. And cool. So I think it's great. It's good food for the sheep. It's good for the students to have them around. It's better for the environment versus like a gas lawnmower. So yeah.
The idea is really just how can we bring lots of people together, share the information, talk about all of the different parts of sheep in terms of, we actually have a new fertilizer pellet that we created that is a collaboration with another farm, and that we're using now and saying, hey, we can actually use waste wool from the sheep and use that to create fertilizer, or using the roving from the sheep to create things that we can use for crafts, or dyeing with native plants. We've collaborated with the Rewilding Society. So it's a really great opportunity also to bring in lots of people from lots of different organizations across the university.